هما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه.
This is the slave chamber. Look at this. It's crazy. It's disgusting. Welcome to Zanzibar! Oh, you guys ready for today's adventure? We made it to this beautiful island of Zanzibar in Tanzania.
In East Africa.
East Africa, don't forget East Africa, very important. This place is unreal. It feels like Morocco, like Egypt. It's like a whole other level, like completely different from mainland Tanzania.
So beautiful.
Oh my God, and I'm so excited to show you guys. But you know what's crazy? As interesting and beautiful as this city is, it's got a very, very, very dark history. It is an old slave trading post, which we will be exploring today. And at the same time, showing you the beautiful city of Stone Town in Zanzibar.
As you can already tell by this old building right behind us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go see what, basically, let's go see what the Middle East in Africa would look like. I'm assuming you can't even picture that, but we'll show you. Let's go, guys.
وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ولقد علموا.
You've seen from my videos that I am notorious for crazy travel days. Like, these travel days, they're never easy. They always are crazy. But yesterday, getting to Zanzibar was too easy. Nothing happened. Can you imagine? The biggest thing that happened was a guy who held our bags was like, give me $20 instead of $1. That was the craziest thing. At 11 a.m., we were checked in at the hotel. No problems. No problems. Nothing. I was like, Josey, this is weird, man. Something's gonna happen. Something, nothing. We deserved it. So welcome to our vacation. I swear, guys, that I'm not fat. It's just really tight. I know I need to lose a couple pounds, but I'm not fat. You know how I said in my other video about Dar es Salaam that 70% of the population of Dar es Salaam is Muslim? Well, in Zanzibar, I don't know the exact number, but I'm assuming it is extremely high. Like I said, it's like the Middle East. There's mosques everywhere. People are very Muslim here. You always hear the chants, which is really cool, but I wanted to show you guys this. So look at this here. So basically, this is a mosque. I'm not going to do it because I'm not Muslim and I don't want to disrespect anybody, but basically before you pray in the Muslim religion, you come here, you wash your hands and you wash your feet. So this is for everyone at praying time, and then you just walk into the mosque and you pray. It's really cool, actually. I find it interesting how you have to clean yourself before praying. I'm not sure what that building is, but it is so cool. Like, it's so random. It's like very old. So basically it's called Stone Town because the whole city is built out of stone.
منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله.
This is actually like the coolest town ever. It kind of feels like Marrakesh, but not the craziness of Marrakesh. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's unreal. Like, it really feels like you're in a completely different planet. By the way, guys, I got new sunglasses. Please let me know if they look good on me. Please write in the comment section. I'm very curious. I think they look good. My mom hasn't said anything, so that's not a good sign, but I'm hoping it is. Yeah, so walking around these streets, it just feels unreal. It feels like you're in another planet, another time zone, like another time era.
Especially if you come from Dar es Salaam and you come on this other side. Because you're from Dar es Salaam, it's like you're out of the continent. Now you're on an island.
Yeah, now we're completely off of the continent of Africa.
Exactly, which is so amazing and interesting. For me, I just love the fact that architecture of the buildings, like it's Stone Town. I mean, like everything looks so nice. The buildings are so old. And another thing that I've seen around Zanzibar is that most people here are so light skinned.
Yeah.
So I think it's the intermarriages that happened like
With
50
a lot of
years
Arabs
ago or 60 years ago with the Arabs and everything. So it's more of it's a mixture of Arabic and African, which is so interesting and fun to explore. The food here is super amazing. Oh my god, like I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to try the food here in Zanzibar because I've read about it. I've seen a lot of videos about Zanzibar. So yeah.
And we will show you what the famous Zanzibar soup is, because honestly, I've had it and I don't even know how to describe it. There was fried stuff in it. I think there was lime, pickles.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
I don't even know, man. There was like a potato,
Once
eggs.
you come to Zanzibar, that is a must try. Can you imagine, guys? I've been waiting for 1 year to come and try that soup because I got to know about it the last time I was in Zanzibar. I read about it. And the last time I was in Tanzania, I read about it, but for some reasons I couldn't come to Zanzibar. But I was like, one day I'll be here and drink.
And today's the day. Woo! So I previously mentioned how I have no idea what this building is, but turns out it's actually a very old mosque. Look at that. It's so cool. It's completely made out of mud, everything, no bricks. Like, it's unreal. I don't know how old it is. The thing is that, like, we walked around the whole area and it seems to be a compound and I have no idea how to get in there because the streets are very, like, all over the place. But I mean, look at that thing. It's so cool. I'm in awe. I wish we got the chance to go in. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. But we gotta find the place first. But yeah, unreal. The best part about Stone Town in Zanzibar is actually just walk around and like nobody cares. Like, look, let's go here. Like, we're literally just walking around a neighborhood, and everyone's just doing their own day. They're going through everything they're doing, and like they'll say hi to you, but they won't bother you. You can just walk into compounds basically. It's so cool. Like, oh, we're in someone's compound. I think that's a street. Oh man, this place is unreal. Like, if you want to go back in time to an era that you didn't even know existed, come to Zanzibar. Like, look at this. How cool is this? We're just in someone's backyard. So what just happened is basically the guy is on the top floor. He put the keys in the basket and then with a rope he just like put all the way down to the lady. The lady took out the key and then it went all up. I've seen stuff like this in movies and I didn't know it actually happened, and still today it happened. That was pretty cool to see. Very random and really nothing, but it was cool to see. I didn't know people still lived like that. Okay, so what you just saw is the very local part of Stone Town. Right now we are in more of the city center, which is much more touristy. This place has so much life.
I know what they're looking for. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a different vibe to that local Stone Town you saw. So let's go see the difference. It's actually cool.
Actually, Stone Town has two differences. Like the other side whereby a lot of locals are there, and this side you find a lot of tourists and everything.
Yeah.
Like shops.
Souvenir shops,
Exactly.
all kinds of stuff. Like you can see behind us, it's really cool. Such a different vibe. So check it out, guys. As you can see, tourist shops everywhere. Let's see one. This one's actually really cool. It's all art and like sculptures and stuff.
Humble.
I'm telling you, if ever I have a house, I'm coming here and I'm buying everything. I want a giraffe like this. It's so cool. All the masks, everything.
This looks so cool.
And everything's handmade. Everything is handmade. It's crazy. You get a little this? Giraffe. Oh, zebra.
The both for 20.
So cool. I want an elephant like that. Just chilling.
120. No, this
All masks.
for all. 150.
Hakuna Matata is Swahili, right? Everyone knows it from The Lion King. It actually means no worries, and it's everywhere. So Hakuna Matata on the shirt. What else? Hakuna Matata. We made it to the biggest church in Stone Town, St. Joseph's Cathedral. It is insane, guys. Wow, it's so old. It's so cool. Check this out. Yes. That's possible? How much for a haircut?
For both?
Beard and hair, you mean? 30?
Yeah.
No.
For both, really.
No. 10,000. 30 is too much. The one thing that sucks about Zanzibar is that they overcharge us like crazy. Like you saw right there, like.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, Zanzibar, karibu.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, like you saw right there, it's crazy. So like, he was charging 30,000 shillings, which is about $12, $13. It's too much money, man. It's like too much money. Yeah, like it's crazy. And like the local price is probably like, I don't know, 10,000. And he didn't even budge. It's annoying because everything is like that. Most people don't negotiate. The tuk-tuk drivers are the absolute worst.
Guys, you're not gonna believe it. Like people here, I don't know. I don't know if they think that people just climb the tree and get the money. I never understand that logic here. Anyway, it's understandable. It is a touristic city or something like that. But still, like, how can you charge 10,000 for a 2 minutes drive? Tuk-tuk, like where we are going, like we came from the port to our guest house. This day charged us 10,000 Tanzanian shillings for 2 minutes drive.
5 Canadian dollars. In Dar, we paid that for a 30-minute drive.
Exactly. No, this money will take you from Mbeya to Iringa. It's from Mbeya to Iringa, we paid 15,000 Tanzanian shillings. So how do you tell me that I should pay 10,000 for 2 minutes drive? It's a real scam.
It's crazy. Zanzibar, it's the Mzungo price. And then they say it's the Swahili price. Like Swahili price, yeah. We found a very, very tight corridor. Look at this. Oh, I got it. Asante. The typical scaffolding and painting of the house of this beautiful building.
The thing I love about Zanzibar is that they kept all the old buildings, so they just renovate. That is really nice. So it's natural.
Yeah.
It's all natural. Like, look at this building. It's old, but it's just renovated. Look at those buildings. They are old, but they are just renovated.
Yeah. And
So
it's still
natural.
it still fits with like the decor and everything. This is another example of how they just renovate and keep it. Look how beautiful this building is. It's new, well, it's more new. It's still got its rustic vibe to it. It's written in Arabic. It's so cool. Definitely recommend Stone Town. Except for the scammers. So now we're in the super touristy part, like the restaurant part at least. This is literally the center. It's called Jaws Center. So many restaurants, so many people, lots of lively action going on here.
ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله.
Can't get enough of these beautiful, such cool streets and roads. Insane. this is the street road of Zanzibar. As you can see, it's a bit more busy than the... Okay, so the first part of this video has been cool, fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But now let's go on a more serious, deeper talk. We have made it to the slave market site, and let's see the dark history of Zanzibar. Right now I'm at the monument of the slaves. It's quite sad. Crazy that this happened in our life, not in our lifetime, but in the history of the world. It's a sad reality. It's quite sad and crazy when you think about it. So right now we're here at the beautiful Anglican Cathedral, and you know, I'm really questioning and wondering, like, why is it built right next to a slave port? Literally, the slave port is like almost in the same building. Like, why are the two next to each other? Like, don't like ripping on religion and everything, but this is one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of religion, and I don't like it because what were the intentions of building a church next to a slave port? The slave market actually closed in 1873, and then they built this church the next year. The British, they bought the land and they basically built this huge church, and they started in 1874, and then it took 7 years to complete. 1881, that's when the church was finished. Now we're just walking through the gift store. Let's go check out the slave chamber. It's actually quite it's deep. So this is the slave chamber. Look at this. It's crazy. It's disgusting. Like, man. It's just me and Josie in here, and we're dying of heat.
It's so hot, you can't breathe. Like, I am literally out of breath right now. Like, it's crazy.
It's disgusting. And imagine they used to put
I think they used to put like
30, 50.
40 people in here.
People used to die just because it was so hot and suffocating. And like, when you're here, you actually realize that it's legit, like, it's disgusting, man. I have a question for you. Like, as an African, how do you feel coming here? Like, what are your thoughts?
It's sad, and me as an African, I always respect our ancestors who stood up for our continent, who stood up for this continent, Africa. Like, as we Africans, like for our grand, like our people went through a lot during slavery, and we always respect them because they stood up for Africa. They went through a lot for what Africa is today, you know. So as we Africans, we should love our continent, we should love our countries, because a lot of people went through a lot for this country, for this continent, Africa. Yeah, so a lot of people went through a lot for this continent, Africa, and those are our fellow Africans, grandfathers, you know. They went a lot.
Like 1873, this place closed.
Yeah.
So imagine, that could have been your great grandfather.
Yeah. So,
150 years ago.
yeah. So, as Africans, this is a message to you. We should always fight for this continent, to respect the souls that fought for it.
You've suffered too much.
Yeah, we suffered a lot. Colonialism.
Sorry.
نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم.
The whole island, city, like Stone Town, the whole island of Zanzibar literally is here because of slaves. It is crazy. The economy just blew up. Slaves from all over Tanzania, Malawi, Congo, even Uganda would come all the way to Zanzibar. The economy blew up. People were so rich. Everyone that was living here before became rich. There was estimated to be between 60 to 100,000 slaves living and working on the island. That's not even the ones getting sold. They were just always living here on the plantations. There was a lot of cloves. It is insane. This is so crazy, like, man. And yeah, this went on. In Zanzibar, the peak was for about 50 years, from the beginning of the 18th century up until 19th century up until 1873. That's when the British came and they shut everything down. It was still going on after, but it was much more complicated. But yeah, it's crazy to think that 60 to 100,000 slaves were living in Zanzibar. Not even the ones getting sold. Like, this was a slave hub. Unreal. The really sad part about all of this is that, yeah, slavery was abolished in 1873, but still goes on today. And like, unfortunately, the Arab world is a big player in that. You go to Dubai, you go to Oman, Saudi Arabia, a lot of Africans are still getting sold in there, mistreated. I've seen so many videos, I've read books about this. It's disgusting. And it's still 2024, this is still happening. And like, what's crazy is that these slaves now, what happens is they're basically refugees, and like the ones that escape from Africa trying to go to Europe, they end up in Libya, and then Libya has the biggest slave market in the world. A lot of refugees end up getting caught by the government and then get sold to Dubai, to merchants, everything. Like, it's disgusting. And it's still going on in 2024. Like, yeah, it's nice. Oh, the past is, slavery's a thing of the past, but nah, man. Like, maybe there's no more auctions where people are screaming and people are in chains and stuff like that, but slavery still exists. Hopefully this changes one day. Yeah, slavery doesn't exist like it does in the past, but definitely has a modern twist to it. Still there, modern slavery. This needs to end. Also, very interesting fact, it has nothing to do with slavery, well, kind of, but what's crazy is that the slave routes and everything to get to Zanzibar were used, like they were created for slave routes. And then when ivory blew up, actually, East Africa was the biggest supplier in the world of ivory. And they used all those slave routes to ship the ivory to Zanzibar and then off into the Western world. And guess who was the #1 buyer of ivory? The US. 70% of ivory from East Africa went straight to Connecticut for factories to build all kinds of things like piano keys. It's crazy. And it was estimated that of every tusk that was brought to Zanzibar, for one tusk, 5 Africans died. One tusk meant 5 Africans died. Unreal. Unreal.
This could be one of the car of the slave traders. Slave traders.
Evil people.
Evil people, slave traders. Actually, it's very old.
Yeah. Imagine driving on that for 5 hours. Your butt would hurt a bit. Gonna finish this video off in this super cool old Roman amphitheater. Look at this. Time for a show. JK, the show is already done. I hope that you really enjoyed that video. There was a cool side to Zanzibar that I showed you, and there was a dark, sad side, but you know, it's the reality, it's history, it happened, it's in the past. Hopefully we move on from this, that's all I can say. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And stay tuned for more adventures, all right? So if you haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!
ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله